don't know, you guys were introducing yourselves or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, they can hear everything now.
Okay, fair enough.
Hi, guys. Yeah, there's a third voice. We'll introduce that person.
Yeah.
Oh, did that unmute? Oh yeah, cool. Anyway, welcome. I'm rusty as fuck.
It's been a couple
I've
weeks.
changed my name. I'm now rusty as fuck. No, it's been a couple of weeks. Welcome to episode 9 of the AuraCast. I'm DragonBeaz. That's
I am Cinder of the Shots.
Cinder's.
It's weird being back, but
Cinder is in a completely different location. We have shipped him somewhere else.
I've actually moved to Asia. Fun fact. So yeah, different setting.
The background doesn't scream Asia, but okay.
Well, I don't scream Asia, but I'm also in Asia, so you know.
Interesting.
To be fair, if I was screaming Asia, I'd probably be locked up. But
sure, we'll go with that. Move to Asgard. God.
I'm not a Viking. What are you on about?
Hey, thank you for the resub, Matthias. Also, Silent, thank you for the resub as well. Nice. So first and foremost, yes, it has been a little bit of delay. There's been between episodes, personal lives and people going away and then not going away and things.
Yeah.
You're calling me out.
Oh, who's that voice?
Who's that voice? Would you like to? Oh, we have a hype train, people. Oh
already?
My god! Thank you for the resub. Alex.
Already?
We have a hype train. You guys are freaking insane. You know what? While that hype train's happening, let's play the intro. Let's bring on the special guests because they're aching to talk when they're not meant to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Back in a minute, guys. And
Oh my god!
You know the amazing thing? A stream deck makes all the difference. Just press little
It makes things so much easier, doesn't it?
and away they go. So
Mew is here!
ShushuntMew is here with her cute little ear things on her head.
Cute.
I didn't say you were cute.
My ears aren't cute either.
Oh god. So anyway, as I'm out of practice. You know what, Mew, the floor is yours. Tell us the ShushuntMew story. Tell us all about your cute little expeditions you have on stream. I told you I'm going to give you grief. You started it with me off stream. Oh my god, Matthias.
There's no proof.
For the 500 bits you are.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Matthias.
Nice. Thanks, Alex.
Oh, was it Alex? Oh, and a gift sub from Alex to Pedal. Oh my god, it's all happening in the chat. You guys are messing with our... The love of us coming back.
No. He's just finding an excuse. He's just rusty. He's just trying to find an excuse to hide it.
I am getting told off for not modding Pedal, considering Pedal is an Aura Guardian. Oh, look, wait. Was Pedal
and
an Aura...
Mew.
Oh, yeah, no, Pedal was an Aura Guardian. No, Pedal wasn't an Aura Guardian the last... Yes, no.
I'm not modded either.
Pedal was... Oh. Right, Mew. Hi. Welcome to AuraCast.
Oh my god,
hopefully you're well.
You guys have lost your minds.
Tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, when you started streaming, why you started streaming, and just what you do in general.
So at the very beginning of when I was thinking about starting streaming was all the way back in January of 2018. I had just moved to a new city with my current, at the time, boyfriend. And I had started studying, but like class was like all over the place. It was like sometimes it was at nighttime, sometimes it was at daytime, and then it was like suddenly we don't have school for a week. Oh. So I was like, okay, you know what? I need something to do with my life. Tried to apply for jobs, didn't get a single thing because apparently I suck at everything. So then I was suggested to start streaming because I was watching Twitch a little bit. I was like, well, I need a name. So I went with an old name, which was the nickname I had when I was younger, which was Sushi. So then that changed into ShushuntMew, and then I was thinking, well, I'm going to do Pokemon stuff, and then added Mew at the end.
Sushi like the food?
Yes. Sushi
what
as
else
in
would it be?
I don't look. I don't know.
Sushi
but
like the country.
Yeah, the great country of sushi. So. Okay, I'm curious. Is it too personal to ask how you got the nickname Sushi?
It's because at that point, well, before, like a couple years before that, when I was still living in the Netherlands, it was quite common for me to literally bring a tray of sushi to school, and I was the only person who did that. So, sushi.
Ah, okay, that's cool.
I mean, sushi's always great.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, that's so. What you primarily, I mean, so you started with Pokemon, from my knowledge, for the most part, but you've diversified a bit more recently into sort of variety of things.
Yeah.
We've gotten you obsessed with the cheap plug for it, the Minecraft server in
Nice,
AG,
nice, smooth.
which she may or may not be currently in right now.
I don't know what you would be talking about. I'm totally not in the server right now. Okay, my chickens, please.
Yep.
Culling chickens, which is apparently the only highlight we have in the server, according to Cinder.
Look, well, I've noticed that I've not been playing for a while, and the main thing that I was told, since I haven't been playing, is the fact that there are a lot of chickens, and now there aren't as many. So
it might have been
Definitely.
because I have rounded them up and are using them as food for the server.
I mean, I did say, I'll give you credit. I did say that I was culling the chickens because somebody released a heap in the spawn area, and the fence was just covered in chickens. The fountain had chickens in them.
I totally am not selling eggs.
Sales pitch. I'm totally not selling the eggs. So yeah, so you became a member of the Aura Guardians. Ooh, it's been a while now.
It has been a little while.
It was no, you're part of the first AGRC.
Mm-hmm.
Way back yonder. It makes it sound like we've been established for decades.
Yeah, not that long.
No. Yeah, you joined the team, and a few people obviously know you from the community, because there is a lot of overlapping of communities. Because
And that's how you get to know each other. So
well, exactly, you know, and so yeah, you've been such a nice addition to the team, and that's the honest truth.
I've been so productive. I made
wait.
the farmers market.
I'll wait for my check in the mail for the nice things I say.
How's it been since being a part of the stream team for you personally?
It's caused more people to actually come into stream and just hanging out and stuff, which has been really nice. So like, and I feel like I've met loads of the other Aura Guardians and hanging out in their stream, mostly lurking. So it's just been nice, like seeing more people and knowing that I'm connected with them in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I completely get that. It's I noticed that as well as AG gets. I'm working on stuff in the background too with AG. Multitasking. As AG gets bigger, I'm finding that there is that overlap of communities. You know, especially when I've multied with people in the community or on the team as well. You know, I've gained some viewers from streaming with Cinder, for example, and vice versa. There's people who now, you know, go nag Cinder, and I can just offload them onto him.
Facts.
And you know, and that's amazing, and that's kind of what we want, is that it's that sort of family atmosphere vibe, which we've always sort of plugged as a big point with AG. But yeah, so like we're all Pokemon orientated in a lot of ways. We all have dabbled in variety, and you know, that's always fun to sort of diversify from what you do as your base. But do you find it hard sometimes? Here we go. I'm gonna grill you. I'm good at this. I do this every time there's something a question and you got to answer. So, when you start with your core game and then you want to do something different, do you find that you still get that same level of support, or have you found that people tune in for specific games but you don't see them for other games? Because I know Cinder's had that when he went from Overwatch to which Cinder will be doing Overwatch at some stage. I'll make sure of that. No, he's not escaping. No. Only because I need that entertainment value in my life.
Thanks.
And same with me. I started with Pokemon and Minecraft. It's weird. I've done like a 360 and come back to that, but like I still have variety. How have you found that experience?
Well,
Yeah.
I had noticed that when I was doing purely Pokemon, I was getting between like 30 and 40 viewers sometimes, which is an insane amount for me, which gave me slight panic attacks on stream,
Yeah.
which were not visible. But as soon as I went over,
Just melt.
Just a
Where's Mew
puddle on the
gone?
floor.
There's a puddle over there. Exactly.
don't mind me, I'm just melting. No, it just I don't know, it's just when I went over to variety, I felt I was less burnt out. I was able to do more. I was able to make a schedule. I was more excited for stream because I was like, well, I have a schedule, I'm going to do this tonight, and if I really don't want to, I can change it up. I don't have to do shiny hunting every single time. I don't have to do a Pokemon playthrough every single time. I don't have to stick to this one genre or this one company or anything like that, which made it much more fun for me personally, which makes it more fun for other people watching. Well, now I do only get like maybe 10, 20 viewers, which is just awesome. I mean, the people coming in are awesome. But there's loads of times where it's like only these people come into this stream, only these people come into this stream.
Yeah.
Then you have this handful of wonderful people that just come and hang out from our personality, which is really weird because my personality sucks, but whatever.
No, you're fine.
You're a mess in the nicest possible way. And I think the most endearing thing, as a viewer, you know, I think the most endearing thing about you, and I experienced this myself, is that the more people either pay compliments or you know, comment about how much they enjoy your stream, the more flustered you get, and then it's like people keep playing on that, and then it just keeps building, and it's
Yeah.
they're getting that entertainment value. But I get that, like, because I don't. The first thing I say to anyone who comes in from, say, a raid or something, and they don't know me, is like, I mean, I show my raid video, and that just shows how much of a disaster I am anyway. But it's that mindset of, I'm not a good player. I just do what I do, and if it happens, it happens, you know. And it's a super weird experience. I find now, like, Pokemon's so popular, as we all know. And I find that they're my best streams, because I've gone back to that, and for those who don't know, I've also gone right into shiny hunting and that. But then it's like Minecraft is also my other core game that seems to get the viewers. And then when I play other games, it's a real hit and miss scenario. And I find that sometimes I when I first started doing that, I was like, I feel so like defeated by that. But then I've gotten to a point where I'm like, if I play these games occasionally, and I know it's probably anti-growth and whatever, it also breaks the monotony of doing the same thing over and over and over again, so that when you do go back to the things that everybody tunes in for, you're fired up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, would you rather you be excited for a stream or you not be excited, and that's flowing onto your viewers, and then they'll disappear anyway?
There's a fine line when it comes to it, though, because you'll have the times where you'll think, okay, I'm playing the games that I want to play and everything's great because I'm enjoying it and my viewers are enjoying it. You'll do, like, some people do variety every now and then and play a certain game that they might enjoy at the time and the viewers enjoy a lot. And then you might end up playing that game a lot, say, for the next month or so, and you won't be enjoying it as much, but your viewers still do. So it's a kind of case of, do I keep playing it even though I don't enjoy it as much? Or do I go back to what I truly do enjoy? Because I've done a bit of variety for a good few months now, but I'm starting to lean back towards focusing mainly on Pokemon again. Not because I didn't enjoy doing variety, but I feel like I'd enjoy it again, going back into what I truly enjoy doing. So I think different people have different levels of what they want to do variety-wise. And there's such a fine line between it.
I mean, and when I say variety, we still... variety is such a broad... you know, for me, like, when I say variety, okay, my core game's Pokemon and Minecraft, but then, like, variety for me is like, I'll play 7 Days to Die or Astroneer or Ark, and they're all kind of in those, like, survival game kind of category. But you won't see me very often go into something like a battle royale game, because that's not something I enjoy. So when I say variety, it's variety for me, but it's probably still very specific.
Well, it's a specific type of genre, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, for example, the only first-person shooter I play on stream is Destiny. I wouldn't play anything else on stream first-person because I don't usually enjoy them. Destiny's the, like, exception there. I never understand why it's the exception, but it is.
Probably because it's your destiny.
Oh, nice.
That ends the AuraCast. No.
Yeah. I want that clipped and I want that everywhere on Twitter.
Oh, always, constantly. Oh God, is our social media manager here? I know she is.
Oh, please.
She'll share it everywhere.
Oh,
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, as Charming's just put in the chat, it's also, you know, I mean, you want to get, as streamers, we want to experience, you know, growth in our channels and things like that. But you've also got to be able to enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, it doesn't reflect well to your core audience. And you will get your casual audience for different games, and that's fine. But your core audience is always the most important. The ones that come there for you as a person, as opposed to the game. The game's almost secondary in that. You know, Charming was a Dead by Daylight streamer to begin with, and now, well, not hates the game as such, but like, it's a bit like you have with Overwatch, Luke, in that it's like, you've played it to death, you're burnt out by it, the community is kind of toxic to some degree in some ways, and it's like, I don't get the enjoyment factor out of it streaming it constantly, you know, so I get that. I'm very lucky that I don't play a lot of those kind of games that have that kind of interaction, so, you know. It
was such a weird transition going from mainly Overwatch to mainly Pokemon. It's such a different style of game.
Oh, absolutely.
And like you mentioned earlier, because the viewership is so different as regards to who's interested in those types of games, there's not much of a crossover between from Overwatch to Pokemon.
No,
so there definitely was that drop, but I've said the story before millions of times. I was definitely a lot happier once I got to Pokemon, because even though less people are watching by quite a bit, I was enjoying what I was producing, and a lot of it, when it comes to streaming, in my opinion, is if people see you having a good time, they're more likely to want to get involved.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to feign having a good time, or you're just not enjoying yourself as much, it's easy to see for people, even if you don't see it yourself. It's just a case of doing what you want. Really,
it's been an interesting experience this week for some people, though, because, cheap plug, it's been the Aura Guardians throwback week.
Yes.
And so we've kind of forced people to go back to their original games.
How dare you force us?
just there with a whip. Go back to your original game. Get back. No, but it's like, you know, so for me it was like, but some of us were like, I think my first game streaming was like, for me, I said Pokemon Quest, and I was adamant it was Pokemon Quest. Then we looked up the data and it was Resident Evil 7. I'm like... And it's been super refreshing to go back to that kind of game, as much as I hate horror. And it was a weird experience because, like, oh god, they're just not going to want to watch this. You know, I've streamed it before. I've completed the game twice on stream and that. And I think it was actually one of my best streams all week so far. Wow. It's like, so you can never truly predict, you know, what's going to happen. But and for Cinder, it will be Overwatch.
Side note, that I'm still going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Because I know there's been a joke going around saying, "Oh, it's been avoiding it." I'm still doing it. I'm looking forward to doing it, even though I'm not. It's weird. I know that I'm going to have a quote awful time playing the game, but in a hilarious way. And I'm looking forward to that part of it.
Yeah, I think that's...
it's weird.
Well, that was the same for me. I was like, all right, when I'm going back to Resident Evil 7, what am I going to do to make it so that it is that nostalgia of me going back to the first game without it being stale and repetitive?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, the one thing I've not done on stream is a run through on Madhouse, which is the hardest difficulty. I'm like,
oh my god,
oh dear.
That game gets me, and I was like, I'm not gonna get through any level of this game. I actually made it halfway through the game on Madhouse in my first stream. I didn't get to do my second stream. I'm catching that up tomorrow. Because I agreed that I would try and get through the whole game. But it was like, and people were like laughing and enjoying themselves, and me absolutely just losing my mind over it, and because it is a lot harder to do with like limited saves and stuff like that. So it was nice. It was a nice return to a game that I didn't think I'd ever go back to on stream. And so that's what I'm hoping that some people have gotten out of it. And then obviously there's others who are just like, and I look at it this way, Cinder's going to suffer with Overwatch this time. Let's be honest. Silence suffered the last event when I forced her to play a horror game, and she had
that
to
is
play
also true.
Emily
That
Wants
swap
to
event
Play.
was quite something.
And that swap event did cause some just bizarre matchups of what people were playing. Like,
I kind of got lucky with it because I was given, if I remember correctly, I was given Apex Legends. And that was a game at the time I was playing on and off anyway, so I kind of got lucky with that one. But
I feel like Silent probably got the raw end of the
yeah, for sure.
If anyone didn't watch that stream, oh my god! It was one of the few times I was like, I'm actually going to watch the full VOD because I want to get that experience. I have no regrets. It was the funniest thing I ever watched in my life. Like, because she played Emily Wants to Play 1, and I have experience with that game, and I have a love-hate relationship with that game because I had one of my most incredible streams from that game because I did it for my birthday 2 years ago, and It was one of the best streams I've ever had on multiple levels. But I absolutely I'm surprised I wasn't dead at the end of the stream. I just screamed. There's a cut of like an entire highlight reels worth of just me screaming and getting upset and virtually crying in the corner kind of scenario. So, Silent had so many spooks. So, everyone has those moments during these events, and that's what I hope. It's entertainment for people as well. You know, so as much as Luke doesn't particularly like Overwatch these days, he's right in saying that I'm sure his core audience and others will be like, we've got to go watch this and just
I know it's going to be a good time. Talking of like going back to the first streams, I'm sure because everyone has their memories of their earlier streams and how it felt to go from then to where they are now and their first games they ever played. So Mew, do you remember what your first stream was or what the first game was and how you felt regarding everything compared to how you are now?
Actually, I know exactly what my stream was like.
Oh, go on.
I remember it perfectly. It was.
You sound like you're having flashbacks.
I am having flashbacks. The first people who came into my stream, I asked them, "What should I shiny hunt? I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know what I should do. I have no clue. Hi, help, please." And this person said, "Go shiny hunt Jupiter." Did you know that Jupiter has this horrible ability, which I don't remember what it does. I think it's this bug type thing, and which it causes your Pokemon to faint after a while.
Oh my god!
When you're trying to SOS shiny hunt it, and I did not know this.
That's so mean.
I know. My first interaction on Twitch, and they freaking pranked me. Essentially,
I was gonna say they trolled you.
Yes.
Did you get the shiny in the end?
Yes, I did, without any extra help. I got it in that same stream.
Was that the clip you shared recently?
No, there's actually no clip of my first ever shiny.
Was that your second one?
Yes, Rockruff was my second one.
Oh, okay, right. I did see that. And I watched that. And you know what? I'll say that was very smart on your behalf, coming up with an idea to put a clip out from back then as part of Throwback Week. It was such a nice that's really cool. I love that. Yeah. I love that that you've gone to the effort of going, let's put this clip up. It's such a memory. Let's go with it. And it was.
I'm still cringing from the way I reacted. Like, guys, oh my god, guys.
You did.
I might have to steal that clip idea. I'll be honest.
Oh my god, it was so funny watching that. It was hilarious. I'm like, wow, that's something there, Mew. All right. And it's like, but it's so cool to sit back and see you then and see where you are now as a streamer. And that's what I like. If you've got clips from back then, which, even me looking at that, I cringe at back then, but I'm like, holy crap, I've gone such a long way in the grand scheme of things because we're our own harshest critics.
Yes. Yeah.
And, people are like, oh, your content's great. And it's like, but why? Because we sit back and go, I did that wrong, or that's wrong, or that's broken.
Better. I expected this.
Yeah, and
that streamer's better. Why didn't I do this?
Why are they sitting here watching this?
Why are they watching this trash? It's just a trash can on fire. Why are you watching this? I know I bring heat, but do you not smell the stench?
Exactly. That is absolute. That is the theme of my streams.
Burning trash can.
And it was so weird because I thought, I'll give shiny hunting a go, as I said, and I was so paranoid because I know my core audience. I was like, some of them like Pokemon, but I don't know if they're into shiny hunting, and some of them don't even know what half the Pokemon are.
Yeah.
And I was like, but now I've got people who watch who know nothing about Pokemon, have been in my community for 12 months, 18 months, the whole time, whatever. And they're right into it. oh, you're gonna get the shiny today. Oh, I'm getting like shiny guesses and all that. It's like it's so cool for them to embrace that. So like,
Yeah.
it's that when you try something new and they embrace it, it's like these guys are amazing, and that makes me feel good. So it's like
that actually makes me think about one specific viewer that I got, I think 2 years ago, almost all the way at the beginning. It was just this random dude I think he's from the south of Norway. He just popped into my stream and just said hi. He didn't know the game. He didn't know me, had never heard about Twitch, nothing. He just clicked on the first stream he saw, essentially, and just said hi, and he's still here.
Oh, wow.
He's my moderator now, and he still doesn't know anything about Pokemon.
It's nice hearing stories like that, though.
Who's that?
I call him Kjetil, but on the stream, his name is Vavtrudnir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yes, and I have met him in real life as well. He was passing through Oslo, so I was like, hey, want to grab a coffee? We'll grab the coffee. Very nice old dude.
It's so strange how that happens, and even like from moderators' perspective, like it's so weird that most of my moderators now are people who or actually all of them are people who I consider friends now, and I met them initially as them being viewers. It's like it's so bizarre to think that it's gone from that to them sort of being dedicated viewers to then being in charge of such an important aspect of your stream.
Just look at us, for example. Just 2 years ago, we weren't even on the same platform yet.
No. Who are you?
It's so weird because the first person I ever met in real life through Twitch was someone, I'm sure you've heard them be someone called Afro Legacy now. They used to be called Afro Players. And the first interaction I had with them was back when I was doing Xbox Overwatch content that far back. I was part of an organization which done a lot of competitive console Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I was a commentator / caster for the organization. And he was on one of the teams that I was casting over.
Yeah. And
it was a thing every now and then where we go into the party chats of the teams, ask them if everyone's ready, make sure everyone's just doing fine, if there's anything that they need before the match starts. And it was every now and then I'd get a message from a few people after the match saying, it was very fun. Thanks for setting this up. We'll chat soon or whatever. And Afro was one of these people. And then we spoke more because we played Overwatch on a regular basis after that. And then fast forward to when Insomnia Gaming Festival in UK happened in 2019. Yeah. I met him and his girlfriend for the first time. But at that point, I was really good friends with him. And I've been close friends with him ever since. So it's bizarre. You never know who you're going to end up meeting through online stuff.
And it's so, and that like, I mean, I've told the story many times on stream, so my stream and that, and I may have briefly mentioned it on here. One of my closest friends who I met, and they're Australian, and that's Kaylee, Sheenoob. I met at the airport going to a convention in Adelaide, and we were both going to the same convention. I knew because she was wearing a shirt from there. We started talking about that. She had her cosplay stuff and that. We talked for a while. Then she stalked me on Twitter and was like, hey, I'm meeting a whole heap of group of people I know on Twitch. Do you want to come? So I did, because it was at a dinner thing in a public place. Don't ever do that. Like, here's the thing. Be very careful if you want to meet people.
Yeah,
definitely. Be very smart about it. I'm not
saying public place, bring a friend.
Yeah, whatever you can do with that. I'm not discouraging meeting
Alert
people,
the police.
Notify your next of kin.
In the public place, it just made sense.
But it was like, so, and so I went to dinner, and we're the best friends now, and they're the guys that I stream every Tuesday with. And it's
so nice.
It's such a nice feeling. It's like that random encounter turned into just a friendship that I value greatly. So it's such a bizarre feeling. So, as much as streaming for some people is, they want to build it up and they want to do something with it and everything else, there's also that other side, which is a very social side to it. And I was going to say notify, write down your blood type. No.
They know your mother's maiden name.
Credit card details.
Your social security number. Your pin code.
I was gonna say.
You never know who you're gonna meet.
But yeah,
through Twitch and stuff.
It's so So it's so important. You know, I bang on about networking, and that's from a growth perspective. But even networking from getting to know people and
it's really nice.
Just saying hi. Like if you're in a community, like if you're in the AG Discord and you've never said hello much or whatever, go in there and say hi.
You could be greeting away from meeting your next best friend.
Exactly. You know,
or partner in my case.
I was gonna say,
I met the amazing Riley because of online stuff.
I can relate to that.
Fire Nation attacked.
Huh?
Back when the Fire Nation attacked.
Back when the Fire Nation attacked.
You guys really should get with the times. Like, come on, Tinder is the way to go.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's a bit of our sort of history and things with AG and that. I think we should talk about some video game stuff. I think we need to see what's been happening.
I haven't heard anything about I haven't heard anything about Gen 4 remake yet, so I'm still sad.
Juju.
Imagine this is Juju's.
Yeah, it's Juju's. So what has been happening?
No news about Gen 4 remake, so I'm sad.
You gotta let it go, Luke.
I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna stay stubborn until it happens.
So
dear.
They've definitely confirmed that the PS5 is going to come out this year. They're still not they still don't have a price, and that's wonderful.
They're gonna hold out as long as possible until Microsoft announce their prices.
Yeah,
because they're gonna try and make it just that little bit more cheaper if they can.
They've also pre-warned there's going to be shortages.
Oh really?
Ooh.
Yeah. They're not 100%.
So pre-order.
They're not 100% confident.
PS5 as soon as possible, rather.
they're not even sure if they're going to have enough, and that's a scary prospect.
That's
but
fun.
it was like the first year of the Switch. The first year of the Switch, it was horrendous.
Oh yeah, good point. I'm lucky I got a Switch. I'll be honest.
What else we got going on? There's been just a whole heap of little news, really, gaming wise. There hasn't been anything, as far as I'm aware, specifically.
Mew, are there any games you're looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm the type of person who's just content with the games that are already out and
I
enjoys
get that,
them, and then is like, oh wait, this game came out yesterday. Let me try that out. And it's like the biggest game that people have been waiting for 5 years. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just get that. I haven't waited for 5 years for this. Actually, I just found it this morning.
That's I was just thinking of a game that actually we just skipped over, and how could we? Because it's like the biggest game of all at the moment.
Fall Guys?
And that's Fall Guys.
Yeah, that came out at the time we haven't been podcasting.
So that is how long we haven't been podcasting. Fall Guys has established itself and its dominance. I was
going to throw this out there. The person behind the Fall Guys Twitter deserves a raise.
Oh yes. Oh, the Fall Guys Twitter is the most entertaining thing I've seen. It's so funny.
I'm following it as well. It's really funny. But literally, Fall Guys, just from the time when you didn't do any AuraCast, because that's totally on you, it's not my fault at all. Just
what do you want from me?
Fall Guys has gone up to the top and has already started declining ever so slightly.
Yeah,
that's how long it has gone.
I was going to say, I mean, it's the thing with Fall Guys. I think it's going to have longevity, unlike some of the other things, and it's simply because of the multiplayer they have,
and because of the seasons.
I was going to say,
maps will change.
Gamescom. Actually, that's what we should look up. Gamescom.
Oh gosh, someone's trying to get my attention in Minecraft.
So Gamescom happened, and they showed a whole heap of stuff off, and one of them was the next season of Fall Guys. There's a whole heap of just crazy stuff coming to that. Some new maps for some of the game modes, some new game modes. Skins.
I'm surprised the new season's been shown already.
I was shocked. Like when they said the new season's going to be out in a couple of weeks, I was like, but we've just started. Like,
yeah, I don't understand it.
That's how you stay on top of the game. You release something new before it's redundant.
Look, here's the thing. Disclaimer: I'm terrible at it. I played it for the first time on Tuesday, and I didn't even get the final rounds. I just couldn't do it. I was hopeless.
Disclaimer: I still haven't played the game.
It was just so much it was so much fun, but I was also very frustrated.
I love games like that. It's just so silly and so stupid, and it's great.
So Fall Guys is doing just crazy stuff at the moment. The big one as well that Charming was talking about is the the release of the trailer for Destiny 2, the abilities for.
I haven't seen it yet because I've not played Destiny 2 in so long.
There's a fourth class coming, which is Stasis.
Oh, really?
So you've got Solar, Void, Arc, and now Stasis. And Stasis looks insane. I recommend watching the trailer because it's hard to give it justice without actually watching the trailer.
Right.
But I think the next chapter in Destiny is going to be really good. They've really gone back into what brought people into the first Destiny, which is nice. Because of COVID, we've had delays. COVID has caused a lot of things to be delayed, which has given us extra time to enjoy what's going to be vaulted in November. So, so yeah, Stasis is ice abilities, which makes sense considering the others are fire, light, you know, the void,
magic.
Magic. So yeah. So that's looking good. Yeah,
if you're watching the video version of this, by the way, and haven't noticed over the past 2 minutes, Mew was making amazing faces. Go back and look.
Oh yeah, I was watching that. It was like I'm trying to have a very serious statement and trying not to laugh at the fact that Mew's pulling faces.
Oh, it's so good.
This is the kind of quality content you get on ShushuntMew's channel. She just sits there for hours, just pulling faces. Forget the game, just stare at the cam.
I mean, if I get very frustrated, there's a lot of faces that I pull, so...
So yeah, and there's a lot of another cheap plug. AG has got a Destiny 2 clan, which a few more people have actually joined, which has been really cool. There is a new channel in the Discord for Destiny 2. I must say it kind of helps. On the team, we're a diverse group of people, but there's a very heavy Destiny 2 following from the leadership side of things. Charming, myself, Silent, and Toma all play it. And then on the Pokemon,
I have to start as well now.
No. And then, then I was going to say, then you've got Pokemon, which is like me, Cinder, you,
almost everyone.
Well, most of the people have played Pokemon or stream Pokemon in a Max also streams Pokemon.
Because of the whole Pokemon following and the Aura Guardians, I was considering making a Lucario version of our logo.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that newly discovered old channel. Okay, all right. Call me out, Silent. Thanks. So, Pedal asked. All right, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. Pedal asked whether we could have a Destiny 2 channel, and there is one because we were gonna organize some competitive stuff for D2, and it didn't happen. And so the only way you could see the channel was if you had the role. Well, now they've gone. Oh, there is a channel. So if you want to have the Destiny 2 channel, we can just give you the role and you can see it. What we're going to do with a lot of these things, unless they're like super mainstream stuff, you know, we will probably do that so that your whole list of things isn't just flooded with channels that you don't care about, you know, so you can pick and choose what you want to like listen to.
Just for a bit of organisation.
Now she's breaking her neck on stream.
Could do backflips next.
My neck gets stiff, okay?
It's all right.
You're not going to want to come back on a podcast ever again.
I just can't sit still. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So yeah, so that's something that we've got. The Minecraft server has had over 20 different people in it. And 99% of those people have been in there more than once and actually are very active. So
that Minecraft server has been going really well.
And what I like about it is there's people, you know, it's got guidance, but I've always worried about opening these kind of things and then having to like sit there and guide what's happening.
Yeah.
I've liked the fact that I can go sit back, people will just do their thing. If there's an issue, I get contacted. And other than that, it's like it's just evolving on its own, and I love it. That's fantastic.
It's lovely seeing what people actually end up making as well. Like because everything just kind of builds off of each other.
Like farmers markets.
Yeah.
I haven't played it for like 2 weeks. I don't know why. I've missed going into the server for some reason. And like I'm getting these. I watch like the Minecraft channel in the Discord, and I see like these updates going. Oh, so and so's done this. Oh, so and so. Oh, there's a farmer's market. Oh, I've got that. I'm like,
there was a pumpkin that was built. I saw.
Yeah, Alex or Alex and Petal with their like Wolf's Peak type
Yeah.
structure are decorating for Halloween, even though it's like October and we're only in August.
You got to start at some point.
You know, just leave the decorations up; it'll be fine. Just hang some tinsel on the pumpkin afterwards, and it'll be ready for Christmas. So yeah, that's cool. I love that. Yes, I'm calling you out, Alex. So you know, and that's the kind of things we want to do moving forward, is have these kind of community activities and community servers and games and things that we can do together. So a plug for an event that's happening in the Minecraft server is tomorrow night. Our first community event is actually going to be finding the end portal. And going to the end, killing the Ender Dragon, exploring the end city and all of that, and doing all that as a community.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's going to be... there's going to be a few people coming to that. I am aware that some people can't make it. It's kind of one of those things where it's hard for me to find a time that suits everyone. And, you know, so maybe next one, which is going to be the Wither.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. We might choose
I heard people complaining about the Wither actually being a community event, like that it shouldn't be or something. But I don't really see that.
The Wither's an interesting one. I mean, the end absolutely is a community event, because I feel that you know, it's something we can do that. The Wither, I had the mindset of it being a community event, you know, gathering Wither skulls and doing all that stuff, and then I had this idea of, okay, if we do that, and then as a team, kill the Wither, kill enough Withers or whatever we need, and make a beacon at the spawn point.
Yeah, that could be good.
And because we need a Wither star to make the beacon. And then, so that would be like a community challenge kind of thing and work together.
Yeah, get the first beacon.
Yeah, get our first beacon up and running at the spawn point together.
Yeah.
You know,
I just thought of a way to make that into a bit of a more of a team-based but versus kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it depends on how many people are taking part, obviously. But if there are enough people, split people into 2 teams, and whoever manages to kill a Wither first and can get some rewards or something.
Yeah, you know, we might be able to do something like that. But either way, that's kind of the mindset I had with this, was like, I know killing the Wither on its own is not really a community event. There was more to it, but I didn't want someone to go kill a Wither before we did this. So that like after we've done well, it's after we've done the end thing. I don't care then, you know. Yeah. Go to the end, do whatever.
It's just the first Wither, because the first star goes to the community, as in the spawn points. Yeah. And then from there, everyone just like, go have fun.
If you want to go spawn Withers, go nuts. Just don't blow everyone else's things up. So we know Withers can be a real nasty thing. If they get,
I've actually never faced an Ender Dragon or a Wither. I've actually never gotten further than Diamond Armor.
Ender Dragon's not too bad. The Wither can be a real pain if you don't go about it smartly. If you can get, I'm giving away secrets here. If you can get the Wither into a more contained area and then kill it, it's not so bad.
That's what I've seen. I've just never done it myself.
But if you just spawn it randomly and it can just fly off into the air, it will just take off and go and destroy everything, and you know, there'll be a great big hole in the spawn point. They are very destructive. Yeah. I was going to say, so we should, the Wither, I think I'm going to actually go into creative and make a big platform area quite a significant way away. And do it
probably not
there.
The worst idea.
And so that way we've got an area, we can spawn Withers, you know. And...
Or we can go to the desert. I mean, it's already desolate.
I was going to say,
yeah, true.
We'll turn the wasteland even more wasteland.
Yes.
Although I'm a little concerned because the desert's actually really close to the spawn point. It's not that far
it's
away.
Fine. It's fine.
Keep it faced away from the home point. You'll be fine.
Use bedrock. They can't break that. Yeah, like I'll make an arena for it. We could do.
Can we make an arena just in general?
We could make. Well, that's the thing. You know.
Can we make a flying arena, like for everyone who has Elytra, like a round arena?
I don't care what you do. The server is for people to create these things and do that. The main thing that I didn't want anyone...
Beaz.
I don't care what you do. All right? Is that, you know, the spawn house is the most important thing not to change too much, because, you know, when new players come in, it's a good point for them to start, you know?
Yeah.
And lots of people have used that just to grab their tools and, you know, have a
Except
place.
clearly my rental unit is much better because it's worth a diamond rather than being free.
I told you, she's created her own economy. I'll come back and I've got some sort of mortgage on my house or something. Like.
Yeah, about that, Beaz.
I was
You're
gonna
taking
say-
up water space.
Oh, did I not?
You have to pay a water tax.
I was about to say, did I not pay for the appropriate license? Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Have I told you recently that I'm capable of striking people down with a single type of my keyboard?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he's abusing his
that will
god
be
powers
power
now.
abuse. Because
Oh, I've always had god powers. And
If he does that, could we do a vote of no confidence and kick him out the server?
Hey, but which one of us has a unicorn horn? Come on now.
I was
Both, actually.
I was gonna say I did strike Sheldini down once because he was setting fire to my bridge.
That was hilarious.
It was very funny.
I guess you could say he got fired.
But he was trying to outsmart me because every time he heard me typing, he would leave the server. But then after a while, I was like, I'll lull him into a false sense of security and then kill him.
Okay. That works.
I'm a vengeful god,
That
alright?
sounds so bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm a vengeful god.
Okay, I kind of want to expose myself to the entirety of the community right now about how dumb I can be.
Right, go
Look at my
on.
arm.
Whoa!
Oh.
Look at my arm.
What did you do?
And there.
Mew's accident prone.
Yes, I am.
What did you get in a fight with a T-Rex? What is that?
I had tea with a T-Rex.
Oh god. And you're a bit like me, you bruise easy.
Yeah, really
Like,
easily.
I can literally just bump into something and I've got a bruise.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's-
literally the same way, and my boyfriend really likes that. I don't. And my neck doesn't either.
Oh, please don't tell me your boyfriend's like Danny's like that, and my mum does this the same. It's like, oh, you got a bruise. Oh, does this hurt? Does that hurt?
No,
that
he's
hurt?
actually not. He's actually not.
well, no.
He's constantly telling me, like, stop touching it. And I'm like, but it feels weird.
Oh no.
My favorite is when I have to open doors with my elbow. I'm like, ow! And he's like, well, what do you expect?
Oh my god, that's so bad. So yeah, there hasn't been, like I said.
Oh, Alex wants to know what I did.
What did you do? Let explain
So-
how you.
This one, I was cuddling with God in the bed, and we were close to the edge of the bed, and we both overestimated how much bed was left on the side, and I decided to roll off him, and he said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I rolled off the bed.
Fell on the floor.
Yes, and this hit first. It hit the dresser, which is why there's a like this skin scab thing here,
Oh.
and then I hit the floor. Which I literally, because I got scared, I was kind of trying to catch myself, and I didn't only have myself falling as the momentum, I also had my elbow going because I was trying to catch myself. So it was
Oh, my
like
hand
double
feels weird
force.
now.
Oh, that sounds so painful.
So I got like feeling all the way down to my
I
little finger.
understand that bruise. Oh,
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about injury? Let's talk about injuries. That's always an
This
interesting
one?
conversation.
So you remember how I was supposed to go to archery?
Yeah, I did see you were going to archery.
That's not a good start to an
Yeah.
explanation.
So
How
I
do you
am.
do that to your arm through archery, though?
Hold on now. So yeah, it looks even worse when I do this. So it doesn't hurt that bad. It looks worse than it is.
Doesn't hurt
Trust
as
me.
she's like gritting her teeth. Oh, I'm okay. No, she's just flexing, swole.
It was no chin mew.
I can do that. It's not an attractive look. That's literally how
Look.
this turned into just lunacy. But like, that's how my
But,
mum. That's how my mum sits when she answers the phone, like face cam. She'll be like laying down having a sleep, and like I'll ring her and she'll answer it. And I'm
Yo.
like looking up at her chin, and she's like this. I'm like, Mum, it's really not an attractive look. She's like, what do you mean?
How
I'm
are
like,
you doing?
you don't have a definition between your neck and your chin. It's just more. Make that an emote.
But yeah, I'm left-eyed, which means that this hand goes in the front. The right hand is on the bow itself.
Yeah.
And this hand goes on the string because I'm left-eyed. Essentially, I have a dominant eye. So I was doing this, but the thing is that if I stretch out my arm completely, like really straight, you can see that this bump is out. If I don't do it out, then it's straight. But now there's a bump. Now there is. So he told me
stop doing that. It looks weird. It's like, look at it. Oh, it's bad.
So your elbow hyperextends, basically.
Yeah, most girls have this, or women. So the guy who was showing me, he was like, well, you got to stretch your arm out more. And I was like, wait, no, then it's going to hit my arm because I've done this before. And he was like, no, stretch it. And I was like, okay, fine. And I did this. And he's like, now release. No. So then I hit my arm once with the bowstring. Then he was like, oh, okay, maybe don't do that.
Oh, sure. That's great to say in hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah, so then we kept going, and then I did it, and then I wasn't paying attention, and I remembered his advice, stretch your arm out, and I did it again.
Oh, that's so bad.
And then at the very end, I was not paying attention. I was looking somewhere else because they were like, well, can you shoot like while being distracted? And I was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, ow!
So you hit your arm with the string like 3 times?
Yeah, like 3 times. And which is why it's like 2 separate bruises, because first it hit like kind of in the middle, and then it hit on the front, and then it hit on the back. And yeah, it kind of overlapped in the middle.
It really doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
It looks so bad when I do this, especially.
Oh, stop doing that. You just swallow.
Yeah, I'm so strong, boys.
More muscles than me, that's a fact.
ShushuntMew emote when.
Now, do you want to hear about the time I got 5 scars at the same time?
Yes.
How?
You guys, do you remember
Did you fall
Mr.
through a
Cheese?
glass window?
Do you remember Mr. Cheese?
Who?
Okay,
That's a sentence.
Danny and Petal.
Do you remember Mr. Cheese? It's not what I find here today.
Mr. Cheese was my boyfriend at the time, which was we broke up a while ago.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah, it was his online name. So literally his profile picture was a block of cheese in a suit.
Oh, fair enough.
So
well,
Mr. Cheese.
I love how you're just like, do you remember Mr. Cheese? I'm like,
yeah, I don't remember who knows him.
Is
I don't remember who knows him.
Is this a child's TV show or something?
No.
Child Mr.
But
Cheese.
This was
Please don't put a voice to it.
This was like really early in the relationship, like really early. We had only gone on like 1 date, and that was a speed date. And we were on our way to our second date, kind of.
Kind of?
Well, yeah, we had Petal with us. Petal was with us.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
kind of, not really, just a hangout, kind of. And he brought his longboard, and I think me and Petal brought our bikes. And I decided I wanted to show off, and we're like, yeah, I can stand on the longboard, no problem.
Oh no.
So I get on the longboard and I go down like this hill that's like this freaking steep with a bend at the bottom that goes through a tunnel, and both walls are made of cement.
Ah.
So I go down, about halfway down, I start getting speed wobbles, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not going well. And I literally fall off, and the skateboard goes into the grass. I go on the gravel ground. You know this the rough pavements where you had like little rocks permanently? Yeah. And I slide for like a meter and almost hit the cement wall. So
I'm so glad you didn't.
Do you see that scar there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh
I have
my
another one on
God.
my knee. I have another one on my ankle. I have another one on my butt. And I have and I got a huge bruise here at the time as well because I hit my head on my arm.
How hard is your head that you bruised your arm?
I got a concussion.
Either how
so
hard is
you
your head or how soft is your arm.
I was going to say
That sounds like a very similar story to one of my younger brother's skateboarding accidents. He used a skateboard for a year or two. And where we used to live, or where I currently live at the moment, there's a hill not too far away. It's quite sharp to start off with, and it's the same similar type of ground that you explained, Mew. And he was going down. He was by himself, but we was living in this area at the time in a different area, but same place. You know, I know what I mean. And essentially, he went down the hill. Not long after starting going down, he came off. The skateboard veered into the nearby bush and behind a fence, and he tumbled down this ground. So much so that he had like cuts over his arms and legs. He was like slightly bleeding in different areas. And he called my mum up saying, I need you to do me a favor. It's like, what? Can you run me a bath?
Oh my god.
It's like, before you worry, I haven't broken anything. She was like, what'd you do? She explained everything, and then she wasn't very impressed when he walked in through the door. I found it hilarious.
I had the worst experience. I had some amazing friends, and I use that very sarcastically. Back in like the dark ages when I was a child.
And Dinosaur
Dark
Road.
ages.
Yeah. It was like, so we're living in a small country town, and you know the best place to go like play games and stuff was at the school. So you go there and there's like play equipment and stuff. So my friend was annoying me, and you know how you get those gas cages that go around the gas bottles themselves to lock them up, and they're like metal and they're like grid work and that. It was empty. Pushed him in there and shut the door, forgetting that he's claustrophobic.
Great.
So full force kicks the door open, and the door smacked me square in the head. Right, I went down. I was out. I don't actually remember any of this. I was told this afterwards. So anyway, I'm out cold on the floor. No concern for my welfare. Apparently the best way to revive me is to find some rubbish on the ground and put it in my mouth.
Oh, lovely.
They found like a chip packet, and they're like, oh, we'll just put that in there. You'll be all right.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Oh.
So...
Did it work?
I don't know. I don't remember any of this. So literally, yeah, that was their answer to how to solve the fact that they had knocked me out. And to this day, I've actually still got like a dent there, but it's like, yeah, explains my memory issues. No, it was like, yeah. So I went down, and that was their answer. Stick plastic in his mouth. He'll be fine. Stick plastic in his mouth. I don't advise sticking plastic in the mouth of someone who's unconscious on the ground.
I don't advise sticking anything in the mouth of someone who's unconscious.
Well, no. I survived, obviously. Haha. But, like, I don't advise it. They're still friends. Like, they're still some of my closest friends, but they're also...
You said that like you were trying to convince us. Like, we're still friends.
We're still friends. I'm trying to repress the memories.
Yeah. He says he explained it detail by detail.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was yeah.
Oh, gosh.
God. It was just yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot one little piece of information as well from my story. I had my phone in my back pocket.
Was the key word, I assume.
How badly did it get smashed? Is my next question.
Literally, one corner just got literally sanded off.
Oh wow!
Like it was a round iPhone corner, and the corner just got sanded off.
How
it
fast
still
were you
works.
sliding?
I have like a meter or so. And it was in my pocket, so it literally saved my butt.
Here's the thing: if you want to exfoliate your skin and give it a nice smooth texture, I don't advise.
Get on a longboard.
I don't particularly advise physically grinding yourself across the gravel. You know.
I think Pedal still has that phone because he bought it off of me.
Oh wow.
Aura Guardians do not condone going down hills really fast on longboards, going off and exfoliating your skin via gravel. It's not a good way to impress love interest, but it certainly does get sympathy.
Yeah, sympathy points.
Yes.
So yeah, what else we got? I was just looking at the game stuff. There really has not been an awful lot of.
I know that people, not everyone's interested in battle royale games, but there was a game that came out in the past couple of weeks.
I wasn't at home, Matthias.
There was a game that came out a couple of weeks in the last couple of weeks called Hyperscape. And some people might know this because Twitch have done a thing where if people subscribe to a certain amount of time, they get Hyperscape based emotes. I've been playing this game since it came out, and I've got to say, it's probably the most fun battle royale game I've ever played. Its movement and fast pace is kind of like Apex, but a bit faster. And it's based on finding weapons and finding abilities. So every time you go into a match, your playstyle could be completely different. And it's free on Uplay. It's a Ubisoft game, so expect bugs. But it's a very fun game. Probably the most fun battle royale I've ever played. Beats Apex for me easily. So if anyone's looking for a new battle royale game, Hyperscape on Uplay, go and check it out. Really fun.
Yeah, like I said, there hasn't been anything. There's been a lot of more information about stuff that's been already confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing particularly
New.
Any info about Gen 9 Pokemon?
I want my Gen 4 remakes first.
We were gonna. So, well, I knew it was gonna veer into Pokemon because.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, take this with a huge pile of salt, right?
I'd rather not, but okay.
No, not just. Well, don't take it for what. Okay, there was a leak, right? There was a leak about Crown Tundra.
Okay.
And Crown Tundra, there was a leak about the exclusives for the new Pokemon that are coming to it.
Yeah.
And,
I think I know what you were about to mention.
yeah, it's no secret. So there's a whole list. There's positives and negatives about it, right?
Oh dear.
These are just the exclusives, is my understanding. I'm trying to find the list, but it was like the legendaries and the mythicals that are coming to the game. So like the Galarian versions of the birds and like the Reggies and all the rest of it are coming to it.
Yeah.
Some will be exclusively available on Sword, and some will be exclusively available on Shield.
Kind of like what they did with the Ultra games.
Yeah. So then the other thing is there will be some new lines of previous Pokemon also coming, but they will also be exclusive to versions. And I assume there'll be Pokemon that are coming to Tundra that will be available on both. So it's which is what happened with actually, no, Isle of Armor didn't really do that. Isle of Armor was the Pokemon
there were some that were available in both.
I think pretty much everything was available in both.
Yeah.
No, not Heracross and Pinsir and stuff like that. I know, because I had issues with getting them.
So they're doing the same thing with Crown Tundra.
Yeah.
So some of the legendaries and mythicals will be split up, and then one line that is on this list that makes me very happy.
Drum roll.
Is Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite.
Yeah.
Dragonite, get out of here.
Shut your face. And they're exclusive to Shield.
Yes.
Which is what I'm playing, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Shield's my main game. I'm happy.
So,
nice.
What I want to know is, though, how many of these new additions are going to be the standard? Or are any of these new additions going to be Galarian?
Do we know all of the ones that are going to be added, or do you just know about Dratini and Dragonair and not Dragonite?
I'm trying to find.
Mew, it sounds like you have a hatred for Dragonite.
I really hate Dragonite. Dragonite made me stop playing Pokemon for literally 2 years.
I will clarify what the issue with Dragonite is with Mew. Mew doesn't hate Dragonite as a concept. Mew hates Dragonite for the fact that it goes Dratini, cute, majestic. Then it goes Dragonair, even more amazing and majestic.
Graceful.
To orange, Barney, dirt face.
Yeah, yes. I'm also in agreement with that.
I hate that.
I'm not denying that. However, the leaked stuff regarding possibility of being a Galarian line of Dragonite.
Yeah, they're just going to make Dragonite purple.
No. Is that he's going to be blue.
Okay, that helps a little bit.
Yeah, but what are Dratini and Dragonair going to look like?
I don't know, but he's going to, the rumors are if there is a Galarian version, it's going to be blue and it's going to be Dragon Ice.
Oh,
well, that's definitely going to help.
Yeah,
and it looks super pretty. Like, it looks really pretty.
Because it could just be a completely different name entirely. Because look at what happened with your mask in Gen 8, because it had.
What about your mask?
From Gen 5.
I mean, what? Sorry.
And then you have the evolution of Galarian Meowth as well. It became Berserker, a completely different one.
But even with your mask, your mask is like the OG Pokemon.
Maybe they'll finally fix the Dratini line.
Yeah, because it could well be Kanto Dratini.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that shattering sound? That's my heart breaking into little pieces.
Full offense, Beaz. Full offense.
So,
it could be Dratini Dragonair and then like a new Galarian Dragonite with a different name.
It could be.
Kind of like Runerigus was with Cofagrigus.
So, these are the exclusives that have been leaked. So there could be more Pokemon, obviously, and I assume there will be. That will be across.
You want to show them on screen, or?
I can't. I haven't got that set up. I'm so
bad.
So, for Pokemon Sword, it's going to be the Elekid line. So you have Elekid, Electabuzz, and Electivire.
Okay.
And I'm guessing Magmar as well is going to be in here.
Bagon line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
So,
That's nice.
so Salamence will be coming back.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Gibble.
I like
no,
that.
I want it on Shield.
I really want a shiny Gibble.
These are on Sword. The Dome Fossil, Claw Fossil, Jaw Fossil.
Yeah.
Look at all the good ones. Helix Fossil.
Raikou, Ho-Oh, Latios,
Nice.
Groudon, Dialga, Tornadus, Reshiram, Xerneas, Solgaleo, Buzzwole, Kartana, and Blacephalon are going to Sword.
Okay. So Shield's going to get some good 11ers.
Okay.
Shield is getting the Magby line,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the Beldum line, so Metagross will be back,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Beldum is nice.
the Dratini line,
Mhm.
the Helix Fossil, the Root Fossil, and the Cover Fossil,
Nice.
the Sail Fossil,
Nice.
Entei,
And what does that entail?
Lugia, Latias, Palkia, Kyogre, Thundurus, Zekrom, Evital, Lunala, Pheromosa, Celesteela, and Stakataka.
I will happily have
Cool.
Palkia and Lunala. I'm happy with that.
Interesting
I'm happy.
interesting omissions from this list in regards to exclusives is that they've mentioned, for example, Raikou and Entei. So I assume Suicune will be available on both games.
This is because
Maybe they'll do the same as in Auras, where you have to have them
and
both.
with Ultra and Ultra Moon, if you have
Yeah.
both, you could probably find the third one, like Palkia Dialga. If you have both, you can find Giratina, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
aka forcing us to trade.
So
Again,
there's
Or if you
that.
have both
Games.
games.
same thing with who did I mention? Which is interestingly enough not on this list. Oh, it would be because that's actually part of the game, like, story, I believe. There is the 3 legendary birds as well, is the situation as well. We don't know what's happening with them. I would assume that they are either available across both because of the story side of things, or they might be a bit of exclusivity stuff. I don't know, but it's not
Could
on
it
this
possibly
list.
be the fact
Maybe.
that you could only get the Galarian birds in these games? If you want the normal version, you have to trade them up.
Possibly.
Kind of like
Maybe.
what? Because they could do the same with the Reggies.
Mm.
They've
So-
kind of got new Reggies coming to Gen 8, haven't they?
Yeah.
The new Regis look really cool in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah.
I like them.
So that's
I
been...
wasn't a fan of the names
What are the names?
because the electric one was Regieleki, I think it was. And
Reggie what?
Regieleki.
Okay.
And the dragon one was Regidrago, I think, which
Yeah.
just seemed a bit lazy, but
I mean, so is Reggie Steel and Reggie Ice.
okay,
and...
that's also fair. That's also fair.
That's true, yeah.
I guess that's his style then. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I think Crown Tundra is going to be an interesting one for people who follow Pokemon and play Pokemon. I think there's going to be some interesting times with that.
I hope it's a bit bigger story-wise than Isle of Armor was.
I think it will be.
I hope it will be.
Because there seems to be, even just from the catching perspective, there seems to be a lot more focus on legendaries. So I would assume that there's going to be a massive story relating to that.
Yeah.
I was still happy with Isle of Armor because it added a lot of new Pokemon. I say new regarding Pokemon that wasn't in the Pokedex. But
I don't know how to answer that, Alex. I know Absol is coming to the game because it was in the trailer.
Yes.
That's 100% confirmed.
I think Absol's going to be one of those Pokemon you can get in both games.
I think
I
in this
assume.
case it's going to be across both because
Yeah.
I feel like the exclusives, they would either highlight them as exclusives or they haven't showed them yet.
Yeah.
A bit like when they first showed Galarian Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd. They're like, this is exclusive to Shield. Sword,
Yeah.
sorry, Sword.
Yeah.
And they were definitively, this is exclusive to Sword, you know? So I think,
I mean,
yeah.
Wii Shield players got Ponyta and Rapidash, so I'm happy.
Is my boy Lucario there? Lucario's already in the game.
Lucario's already in the game, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Jeez, get your head in the game.
I was gonna say, Matthias, what rock have you been living under?
The blue one.
So yeah, so that's an interesting time with that stuff. I'm gonna do the ad read for Juju. And
If we we need at some point a sound effect of like coins falling to the ground. Whenever you say there's an ad read coming in.
There's an ad read coming in.
What now?
It just sounds like money's just falling in.
So anyway,
advertisement.
Here we go. For those of you who don't know, the Aura Guardians and the AuraCast are partnered with Juju Energy. Juju Energy is more than just an energy drink. It's a healthy, high energy and focused formula. It is sugar-free and has natural caffeine. Juju was specifically formulated for gamers to increase focus, reaction time, energy, and overall performance so you can win more games. And I say this every time, disclaimer, no, I don't win more games. And level up without jitters or crashing. I do stand by that. I've been having Juju for months now, and it is fantastic for that. I don't have the eye strain. For someone who wears glasses as well, from the blue light that your screens emit, it's got a thing called Lutamax in it, and it helps with that. It's low carb. It's only 15 calories per serve. It's got vitamins B, C, D. There's antioxidants as well, so it's good. It's got no chalky aftertaste, and it tastes great. There's some really good flavors. They are bringing some new flavors out very shortly, and so yeah, they have the shakers as well. I had grape today, and it's nice. So yeah, if you would like to order this amazing stuff, and as I said previously, I won't endorse something unless I actually believe in it. I actually really enjoy it, and it has helped me. And a few other people on the team have actually had it as well. And so yeah, if you do want to try it out, they have started selling the single serve packs as well, so you can get a variety now. Which is really good if you want to try a few different things. But you can enter into check out a code. That code is AGFAM. You get 10% discount, and the team actually gets a financial incentive for that as well, which we can use for all the activities that we do for the community and the team. So it's a good chance to try it out. You can order free sample packs to try a flavor. If you order, say you order the cherry and you want to try the blue raspberry, you can order a blue raspberry pack or vice versa. So you can try a few different things. So it's AGFAM at checkout. There's a little box you put the code in, and you'll get 10% discount and help the team out as well. So it's really good. It tastes good. And their delivery times vary because of COVID. So it just depends. I mean, my last order took 7 weeks. This order I ordered it Monday and it was here Thursday. It came from America. I don't know how that's possible.
How was your shiny luck?
I was gonna say, I don't know how that's possible. I literally got an email like, it'll be here Thursday. I'm like, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Next minute it was on the doorstep. I'm like, all right.
Well then.
And I didn't pay.
I can see it. I believe it.
I was gonna say. So yeah. So that's that. I think this is probably a good point if you guys are happy to open the chat to questions if they have any.
Yeah.
I can't see chat, so if there's any for me, let me know.
See chat.
So if you want to ask a question, the best way to do that is to use your channel points and ask the question, because it will highlight it in the chat and make it easier to see. If you have any questions about AG or a specific question for myself, Cinder, or Mew, you are not allowed to ask Mew if she is cute, because that will be a saga.
Wow, are you saying I'm dramatic?
No.
Are you sure about that, Beaz? Because it's sounding like you're saying I'm dramatic.
This is the person who ran down or slid down the hill on a longboard and grazed themselves.
I will go over to the Netherlands, get corona, and visit you.
Oh, harsh.
That's not a threat, that's a promise.
No, you're not allowed to ask if I'm cute either, Danny. That's not fair.
Yeah, because clearly that's true.
Rude. So yeah. So if you've got any questions you want to ask, or our thoughts on anything, games or not politics.
If you want to ask what specific shade Mew's fake ears on her headset are, yeah, you can ask. You probably won't be able to get a specific answer, but...
Wait, do you want to ask something? What?
How are you about specific shade of pink that your ears are?
Mew.
Yes?
Mew, would you very kindly, my friend, read out Alex's question for everyone?
How is your moist spleen?
For those who don't know, Mew's not a huge fan of the word
I hate moist. The word sucks. And I say this with as big of a sadistic smile as I can muster.
But Mew has improved her stance on that word. It's not quite as cringy as it was when I first met her. Moist.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Moist.
So yeah, I had to get you to read that.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Our spleens are very moist at the moment.
That's nice. Thank you. I'm glad to know that. If you okay, so I'm guessing there's not really any genuine questions. In regards to activities and stuff coming up with AG, the throwback week is currently still going. That'll be going till Sunday officially. Tomorrow, obviously.
I'll be doing mine at a later date past that week whenever I get back home.
I'm doing mine tonight.
I'll let everyone know when mine's happening, but be sure to watch Mew's as well. What game are you playing, Mew?
Playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I am probably going to go for a couple targets.
Is this where I'm meant to subtly remind you that you're meant to be SOS hunting?
Yes.
Just because you've got
SOS hunt. SOS hunt do Pider, please.
What I've noticed about my dear friend Mew is she's got a memory like a sieve. Although, actually, in all fairness, so does Luke.
Hey, at least the diamonds stay behind.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
Why am I being called out? What's happening?
Your memory. I'll ask you something, and then like the day of, you'll go like, "So, am I on AuraCast?" Like, "Oh yeah, yep."
That happened once.
I totally did not have to write this AuraCast into my calendar with a reminder that is as loud as a blowhorn to remind me at all.
Look, my memory can be awful sometimes. I will admit that.
Is Mew inclined to adorable disposition?
No.
Inclined.
That was a really weirdly worded question.
Like a chair incline? Like, do you just pull a
like
lever?
A hill incline?
Like, no, we don't let...
Is this the hill you want to die on, Alex? Or pineapple, even.
It was pineapple.
Oh, okay. Still, yeah. Alex, are you sure you want to die on that hill of spleens being moist?
Oh, good Lord. I apologize because this whole moist spleen thing came from my community.
Yeah, how dare you, Beaz?
Blame Beaz, blame Beaz.
Yeah,
can we get hashtag blame Beaz in every comment section this is on, please?
Oh, probably.
You
probably didn't even need it.
Twitch, if you can leave comments on other platforms, which you should probably say what platforms you can find this podcast on.
I normally do. I normally do. Are we at wrap?
I opened your...
No, I don't, Danny.
Are we at wrap up point yet, Cinder? Let's have have a domestic about. Okay, we're gonna have a domestic because we're basically the podcast duo. Let's have a domestic about this. All right, why not?
Please, now I know who you remind me of.
What?
I know which uncle you remind me of.
Wait, what?
You remember I told you that you remind me of an uncle, but I don't know which one. I finally figured out which one.
Startling revelation.
I love how that just came out of nowhere.
You remind me of an uncle. I'm like, all right, that's nice. I think. I don't know.
You remind me of the husband of my grandpa. That's the one.
Hey, Beaz, you remind me of the streamer I watch every now and then called DragonBeaz. Fun fact.
I'm so confused. Anyway, all right. So if there's no questions from the chat, is there any final words from either my amazing co-host or our amazing guest? The silence is deafening. It's like drawing blood from a stone.
Okay, so Mew, where can we find you? What's your Twitch link, so to speak?
Well, you can just
and
find
when will
me...
you be streaming?
You can find me under ShushuntMew, and I usually stream from 7:30 until 10:30. So I should have started like 5 minutes ago, but it's fine.
CET.
Yeah, CET. Central European
time zones are a thing.
I hate time zones.
That's why I was saying 5 minutes ago. You dumb. You freaking Dragonite.
Here's the other thing I would point out that we didn't really cover, which I'm disappointed we haven't, but this is what happens with AuraCast. We don't get all the time to talk about everything. Mew is also an artist, so
yes,
and it just jogged my memory doing the shout out because it came up you did art last. So
yes.
yeah, Mew also does art. So
I do
and
art.
she occasionally streams that, very occasionally. What is with artists and occasionally doing things? And occasionally arts and plays Stream Raiders. You occasionally art once when the moon is full and no, but you know what I mean. Is it a
I
thing?
need to. Jupiter needs to be in the correct position, okay?
Be sure to follow ShushuntMew on Twitter and Twitch and everywhere else. Make sure you know what she's doing.
Yeah, if you can't find ShushuntMew, you can probably find Shushunt.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
you'll find Mew. And
Yeah.
of course, before I do my wrap-up spiel, if you want to also, you can follow my amazing co-host, which...
Hey, wait, before you do anything else, I go to do my standard Mew Mews. Come on now.
Oh, yes, there is a thing. All right, do your standard Mew Mews. Go for it.
Are you sure?
I'm never sure, but go for it.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then if you feel so inclined, you can tune into my shit show that is my stream.
As regards my stuff, I don't know when I'll be streaming next, but I'll let everyone know what the plan is.
Why were those so soft? Do you want me to be louder?
Good lord.
Mew
is naturally soft sounding though.
I have the microphone very close to my mouth right now.
Do it.
Oh god. And it's still the filter still cut it out. Thank you.
Man.
You're welcome.
Good grief. All right. So, for those of you who have either missed parts of this AuraCast or want to see previous episodes of the AuraCast or listen to them, there are a few ways you can do that. We do upload these video forms up on our YouTube channel. It usually goes up about 24 hours after the stream, and so you can watch it there. If you want to listen to it while you're doing other things, we do have an audio version, and that comes out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. It is coming to other platforms very shortly. I'm just waiting for the confirmation when it's officially able to do that, which is like Amazon Music and something else. So there'll be a few places you can check that out. If you do watch or listen to these things, please leave a comment or even a review, especially on the audio versions. It does help with our exposure and getting more people to listen to it. Thank you to anyone who has been listening to it on the audio versions. There have been.
And tell us what you enjoy about them. We'd love to see what you guys like and what
you'd like to see as well is also important, or topics you'd like us to cover. So yeah. Anyway, other than that, it has been a pleasure having you on the AuraCast, Mew. Not you.
Wonderful to be
Get back in. Get back in. Now her mic's really soft. She's moved a decade away.
Hi.
Thank you. And of course, my always amazing co-host Cinder.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. And yeah, so we hopefully will be back on a weekly basis. It was nice to have a bit of a 2-week break because we did go 2 months straight without actually missing an episode, which was amazing. But it is always a nice, fresh, getting us back on track.
Breaks are always good to have. Never bad to have a break.
So yeah, so we usually broadcast the AuraCast starting at 6 p.m. CET on a Saturday. So feel free to tune into that. I just want to say also a big thank you to the amazing support at the start of this stream for the subs, the bits, and the support, because that means the world to the entire leadership of the Aura Guardians and to the rest of the team, of course. We look forward to being able to hopefully provide more content that you guys enjoy, both as individual creators and as a unified team. All right, I think it's time for me to shut up, and I think it's time for Matthias. How dare!
Nice.
I wrap it all up in a neat package, and then you do that. How dare!
It is time for Matthias, apparently.
No neat packages over here.
God. So thank you for the bits, Matthias. Anyway, we shall leave you to it. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Be safe.
Just come over to my stream. You can see more of me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am also streaming tonight. I am streaming Pixelmon.
No, come over here.
Go see Mew.
Go away.
I'm not streaming, so go to one of them. It'll be fine.
Just stare at. Just go to Cinder's stream and just stare at his off screen.
I've been pushed away.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Be safe. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you for another AuraCast.
Bye, guys.
Bye.